Okay, and to remove the 5 centimeter adjustable end cap, you want to loosen the screw, the clamp screw. Then using a 6 millimeter hex wrench or a hex bit in a cordless drill, you loosen the grip off from the handle, pull the grip off. Then we've got our 5 centimeter M plug. This plug is the same for the sweep or the skull, same design with 2 keyways on one side and 1 keyway on the other side. What you want to do is make a mark on the keyways so you know where the new M plug has to be installed. And then you heat it with a heat gun, an inch or two up the shaft with a heat gun on high. I've got the oar so you can rotate the oar as you're heating it so you get consistent heat all the way around the handle. Focusing most of the heat on the handle right where the M plug is underneath. After about a minute or so, you'll start to see the M plug get shiny as it's starting to get hot and start to melt. And if your heat gun is on high, after a minute or so, it's about enough to be able to pull the plug out. It gets pretty hot, so you want to make sure you use some pliers or vice grips to pull the plug out. Okay, that's pretty shiny. It's pretty much ready to pull the plug out. So you take the heat gun off, get your vice grips all set, clamp them on the end plug, and then turn it. You want to turn it and pull it out right away. Pull it out, trying not to breathe the fumes from the glue. The adhesive is pretty strong. Now to install the new plug, you want to scuff the inside of the handle to clear away any residue that might be in there from the old adhesive or any dust. This will help to give it proper adhesion, gluing the new one in. You've got a new M plug that you set. Make sure that it goes into the handle without any obstructions. Once you know that, you can pull it back out, and you'll be using some Loctite 409 adhesive. This is a brand new container, so you've got to unscrew both tips, puncture a hole in the end of the cartridge in the tube. The other thing I like to do is I like to rough the M plug itself. I'll scuff that a little bit because that'll give a little better adhesion all the way around. You can use anywhere from 60 grit to 100 grit paper. I'm using 100 grit sandpaper. That's about right. Then you install, I put some glue on the inside of the handle, about a 1/16 of a bead, 1/16 of an inch bead all the way around the inside of the handle, as well as putting some on the M plug itself. You don't want to use too much glue, but you want to make sure you've got enough that goes all the way around. The more glue you use, the longer it's going to take to cure. I've got my 2 marks that locate where the double keyway goes. Then you insert the plug in, lining it up. Okay, make sure you wipe the excess adhesive off so it doesn't leave you any lumps. Once you've installed the M plug, then you just put the grip back on just over the M plug so you can check the orientation to make sure that you've got it correct. The clamp screw area lined up, straight up and down when you've got the blade flat. And you don't put it on any further because you don't want to disturb the glue. And you have to wait about an hour before you can reinstall that grip onto the unplug, letting the glue cure.